Welcome back, everybody. We did it. We made it. We made it to the final issue of Kerrang for 1982. Now we have a very special Mega Metal Kerrang issue, Lip Smacking Super Sleazy Special Edition. This is from 1989. This is going to wrap up my entire Kerrang magazine metal review magazine editions because I don't have any more. Just sharing. If you want to get Kerrang magazines, just go to eBay, type in Kerrang magazines. I'm sure you can buy whatever you want there. You can buy any magazine you want on eBay, so that's pretty much where you get your magazines. But this is all I have, and this is the last issue I'm going to share with you for Kerrang that I have in my possession. And this is a chock full of 80s metal. It's Lip Smacking Super Sleazy Special Edition. Again, as with all my other magazines, we're going to go open this magazine up, see what's inside of it, go page by page, look at the pictures, goof on some of the bands, look at the outfits, the hair, the makeup, and recall the era of 80s heavy metal. And before we begin, click subscribe, hit that notification bell. Any questions, comments, or feedback, leave them below. And lastly, since this is the last of the Kerrang series, I'm going to take a little small miniature break. In between, I may sprinkle a few surprise videos, but the next series that I'm going to unleash on you will be the evolution of will be the evolution of 80s heavy metal. I could start with 78, and why 78? Because that's Van Halen. Let me know before I begin if I should start with 1978 and go through the 80s, or just start with 1980, January of 1980. Let me know before I begin. And if I don't hear from you, I'll decide and I'll surprise you. I can start with 78, the birth of Van Halen, as the building blocks of 80s metal, right? Because Van Halen was heavy metal, but it didn't explode till 83. So what I'm trying to say is, my next series is going to be the evolution of 80s heavy metal. And I can start January 1st, 1980, and go all the way on. Or I can start 1978 and cover the metal bands from 78, 79, and continue through the 80s. And I would start with Van Halen, of course. So let me know if you want me to do that, or I can start with 1974, 75, or 76 during the Kiss era, Led Zeppelin era, Aerosmith era, and go the evolution of 70s and 80s metal. But anyways, let me know what you want. Otherwise, I'm just going to surprise you. But that's my next series, the evolution of 80s metal, and we're going to start from 1980 onward. But if you want me to start in 78 because of Van Halen, I can. If not, we'll just start with January 1st, 1980. But let me know below where you would like me to start. Mid-70s, I cover the 70s, late 70s and on. 78 and on, or cover 1980 and on. That'll be up to you. All right, let's go ahead and open up this magazine. Again, this is my last issue of Kerrang. It's a doozy, and it's a mega metal issue. Look at this. We got Paul Stanley. We got Kingpin. I never heard of Kingpin. We got Tiger's Tail. We got Slade. We got Sweet. Psycho Sluts. All right, another 80s girl metal band. Let me know if you ever heard of Psycho Sluts. Faster Pussycat. Angel. I remember Witch Angel. Remember that in 1981? The metal band Witch Angel. Oh, no, I'm sorry. I think it was Angel Witch. Yeah, it was Angel Witch. Let me know if you ever heard of the band Angel Witch. Look on YouTube and type in Angel Witch. 1981, 1982. I like that name. Angel Witch. Look, Glam Rock Spectacular. All right, let's go ahead and open this magazine up and see what's in it. All right, look at this beautiful 80s poster. Mega Metal Kerrang Poison. Look at these lips, right? Are they trying to copy Rolling Stones? Remember Rolling Stones and the lips? Now look, when Poison first came out, they totally tried to look like women, right? This was glam metal at its finest. All the hairspray. Now, right here, doesn't this look like Chef Anne Burrell? She just recently passed away. Look, Chef Anne Burrell, the famous chef. Right here looks like Chef Anne Burrell. But this is 1989. And Chef Anne Burrell was born in 1969. So she would have been 20 years old when this picture was taken. Look at Chef Anne Burrell right there. So what do you think about Poison back in 1989? Remember, this is pretty much the very tail end of 80s metal, because it's pretty much like dead. By 89, it's pretty much on its last leg. because grunge is going to blow it away. All right, there's the next page right here. Contents. Again, look at this small print. I can't read the small print. Stripe percenter. What? Stripe percenters. Perfectors. God, I can't read these fonts. Striped perfectors. Perfectors. All right. So again, this is talking about poison right there. All right. Who's this? This poison? That's not poison. I don't know who this is. I can't tell with that either. So let me see what this. All right. Let me know. Is that poison? That's not poison. That part's poison right there. This, I don't know who this is. Let me know. This is not poison. I don't know who this is. So, sorry. Oh, maybe it's this band right here. All right, look at heavy metal gear. Look at, see the hair? Look at this. I love this hair. This is total 80s heavy metal right there. Look at this hair. I love it. You can buy wigs like that now. But I would love to have a wig like that. Right, this one and this one. I love that wig. Right, more on poison right there. All right, look at Mike Tramp. All right, look at the neon colors. That was total 80s right there. Look at the flowing blonde hair. White Lion. White Lion was good. Mike Tramp was good. Again, White Lion was kind of late to the party. Came out around 87. Maybe 86, but I want to say 87 with Pride and Rita Brada. Everyone knows how great he was. But they only made a few albums and then they disappeared. Obviously, 1990 they disappeared. But here you go. Mike Tramp. Sweet and Sour. Right? Is there a band called, like, Sweet? Remember the band Sweet? I do. But this is Sweet and Sour. So let me know what you thought about Sweet back in 1989. Right? Here's more on Sweet right there. So this is obviously from a poster, which I had to tear out right there. So please excuse that. Right? More on Sweet right there. Remember, Sweet was Love is like oxygen. Remember Sweet? Love is like oxygen. Look at these elaborate costumes from the 70s, right? And that was a great song. But they couldn't play metal. They were hard rock, but they couldn't be metal. Get ready to go berserk with Tiger Tails. I never heard of Tiger Tails. But let me know what your thoughts on Tiger Tails, okay? Or just go to YouTube and type in Tiger Tails. Right? What's this? Hell's Bells. Alright, what's this? This is a poster with who? This could be Poison again because see the lips? And this could be from Poison. Or unless this is a band called Hell's Bells. It could be a band called Hell's Bells. Right? Oh, you know who this is? I love this. This is this Cody Harry right there. Badass mother effer guitar player. And this is Shotgun Messiah. Again, late to the party. Shotgun Messiah and Lynch Mob were late to the party because they came out around 89, 90, 91, and grunge was already in full swing, and metal was dying out. This hair stuff was dying out, and but Shotgun Messiah kicked ass, and Harry Cody, driving force of Shotgun Messiah. In the Pink. Welcome to Mop City. In the Pink. Alright? Too Much Too Soon. David Johansen, he just recently passed away, I think this year. I think he passed away in 2025. Early this year. So here he is right there. And I don't know who that is. Rick Ball traces the cover of New York Dolls. So yeah, so David Johansen and the New York Dolls. Alright, the Dolls. Arthur Kane. Cool for Cats. Feline Groove. Let me know what you thought about Feline Groove. Alright? There's a band. I've never heard of the band Feline Groove. But give me your thoughts. Alright, look at Rats. Alright, 1989. Now, they didn't have that demise like a lot of metal bands did. They still pumped out records in the early 90s. Obviously not as big as the 80s, but they were still relevant in the early to mid 90s before they broke up. So there's a Rat right there. Robin Crosby, he's still alive, obviously. Steven, I don't know if that's Juan Crucier. Is that Juan Crucier? Looks different. Bobby Blotzer and Warren DeMartini. Look, they're wearing makeup. Like makeup. Makeup. Tribute to Razzle. Let me know what your thoughts on Razzle. Alright? The legendary Hanoi Rocks drummer. Alright, give me your thoughts on the drummer Razzle. Right, there's Razzle right here in the earlier days, right there. There's Hanoi Rocks. Again, a lot of great footage on YouTube. Check out Hanoi Rocks, 1981, 82. You'll find them. The Trash Top 10, what their top 10 was. T-Rex, Silverhead. We got New York Dolls. We got Sweet. We got, I can't read that, Japan. Girl. Look at this. Okay, here it goes. Motley Crue, Too Fast for Love. Let's talk about that album. Let's see what it says. Like, let's see. Like them or loathe them, nobody can ignore them. From the moment they burst onto the scene playing small clubs in Los Angeles to the second they smashed the charts to smithereens with Shadow the Devil, Motley Crue have always delivered with 100% commitment. For that alone, they deserve a large slap on the back and a huge can of Sunsilk hairspray. Wasted and degenerative, Crue's image, in league of their own music, has been immensely influential in turning them into a mega metal selling unit. Again, this is the very end. I'm sorry. I kept thinking this is my 82 issues. So they're going over their favorite records. So this is when they first came out. And for some reason I was thinking this was the 82 issue that I had. So, yeah, they were like awesome when they came out. Oops. Bingo. Is that it? Let me see. Is that it? Okay, there. Yeah, we're good. All right. So here, it talks about Motley Crue right there. Pretty cool. All right, I'm going to get back into the frame. Oh, you got Hanoi Rocks. We got Poison. Easy Action. All right, look at this slutty drawing. I love this woman here. Look. Delicious. What's your poison? Guess who mine is? Just my salt. Nothing to be sneezed at. I got myself a crying, talking, sleeping, walking, living doll. Right here, look at this. Isn't that cool? Look. Alright, look at, love this hair. This is vintage, early Motley Crue right there. Look. Motley Crue. Look at the lips. Look at the lips. Look at these beautiful color posters. This is Guns N' Roses right there. Look. Guns N' Roses. Remember, this issue is from 1989. It's total glam metal issue. Oh, look at the shoes. Look at the shoes right here. Look. Where's Slash? Okay, there's Slash right there. Looks like Juan Epstein from Welcome Back, Kotter and the Sweat Hogs. So it looks like Juan Epstein. I always thought he was going for that look, Juan Epstein. All right. Lipstick Killers. We got Paul Stanley. We got A Lover or a Fighter. You know what they say about small men. So these are, I don't know who that is. I don't know who these people are. Ask Alice Cooper. I can't tell who these people are. Hungry for Heaven. Remember the band Heaven? There they are. Oh, I'm sorry, this is the Angel. This is the band Angel. Again, I commented on Angel a few issues back. If they're wearing all white, this doesn't work for an 80s heavy metal band. Wear black and have a contrast. Call yourself Angel, but wear black. You wear all white, people aren't going to take you seriously. And obviously Angel disappeared, right? Now Angel Witch is another band I can sink my teeth into. Angel Witch. Right, here we go. Angel right there. Angel on stage. Look at the hair, the flowing hair. Isn't that cool? Let me know your thoughts on Angel. Heaven. The Angel. Look. Helion. Helion band. Remember the band Helion? Helion. Right? Angel vocalist. And Angelic. Look. Too much white. Look, he's at the Coke machine buying the Coke. Look. Heaven. Look. Angel Cake. White Hot. So they're really pumping out Angel here. They're talking about Angel a lot. Look, Angel. Angel. This is a big issue on Angel. More Angel. Whatever happened to, again, is that cool? Again, to Bennett or Slade. Again, look at this small print. I can't get into this small print. I just can't. But I can't stop something once I started. Alright, what's this? Is she in drag? Look. Is this an early drag queen? Look. Right, look at this. From the 60s right there. Slade back. Kerrang contacts. Right? Faster Pussycat. A lot of people say Faster Pussycat was trying to copy Poison with the look and the hair. Not the music, but the look and the hair. The look on the prowl. Faster Pussycat. I like Faster Pussycat. Look at Faster Pussycat right there. The Brat Pack. Remember the Brat Pack? This is what they call them. Hollywood Brats. Hollywood Brats. New York Dolls. Memories of Mott. Remember Mott? Here's Mott. Look. Demoles? Demu? Let me know if you heard of the band called Demu. M-O-U-S. Demo. Not a bad look. I just don't remember this band. But let me know your thoughts on Demo or Demu. Great glam competition. So they're trying to look. What do you think about these outfits? Glam rock. We love glam. Let's see what it says here. Hold on. To celebrate the first of a new look edition of Mega Metal Kerrang. Yeah, I can't read this. 29 copies, 10 copies, 2 pages. I'm sorry, I just can't read that small print. There we go. A Boy's First Kiss. Look at the early Kiss back in 1974. Look at this. Look, talks about Kiss. Isn't that cool? A Boy's First Kiss. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool right there. Early Kiss. How they started out. No one took them seriously. Some people thought they were a joke. They're never going to be big. Give it up. And they had the last laugh. Performing for nearly 50 years. And over 3,000 shows. Worth at least $700 million. At least $700 million. Gene Simmons and Paul Stanley. Look at Alice Cooper. The roots of glam. Look, the early glam. Look. They have Iggy Pop. What's this? I can't read that. Chicory Tip. Alright, that's not glam to me. That's like costumey. This is like costume Halloween. I don't know what the Chicory Top is. But let me know if you heard of Chicory Top. But they're saying the roots of glam. And this is Roxy Music. Maybe, but it wasn't metal glam. What's over here? Alright, so Sweet, New York Dolls, Iggy Pop, David Bowie, Roxy Music, Silverhead, Glam Rock A to Z. A is for Aerosmith, B is for Big Hair, C is for Chicks with Dicks, D is for Dangerous but something. I can't read that. So let's see if I can zoom that up for you guys. G is for Glitter. Remember Glitter? Gary Glitter. Right, so that was part of that poster in the beginning. Remember the poster? The pullout? So look, see the makeup on the hair? They try to look like women there, didn't they? They try to look like women. This is a glam metal issue, 1989. Again, we're just going over the pictures. Look at this beautiful Gibson Les Paul with DiMarzio Super Distortion pickups right there. These are DiMarzio Super Distortion pickups. Tom Keeper from Cinderella. Isn't that cool? Tom Keeper, I just did a review on their 1987 show in Tokyo. And long story short, Tom Keeper is one hell of a singer-songwriter. Great hooks and everything. Right? So that is the back cover of this issue. And that was our glam issue, mega issue of Lip Smacking Super Sleazy Special Edition. Again, if you wanted me to go over any particular interview or articles, I'll be happy to go over them and read them out loud to you one-on-one. We can always revisit an interview from a magazine past. Alright? So that was our Glam Rock Spectacular Mega Metal issue of Kerrang. This issue was from 1989. That's it for this series of Kerrang. I have no more. I could have spread it out with my other magazines, but I thought, why not just keep it all uniform so you can all find all the Kerrang issues that I have. If you're interested, just click on the video and you can see the issues for yourself. So we went over the magazines so that you don't have to go buy them. So if you're ever wondering, hey, I wonder what was in that magazine, I don't know if I want to shell out $15, $25, $40 for this magazine. let's see if Tony has this magazine on his channel, and let's go through the magazine. And if I really want it, then I'll go to eBay and I'll buy that magazine. So I'm saving you lots of money by going through these vintage metal magazines, guitar magazines from the era, 80s metal, so that you don't have to go out and buy them. All right, thanks for joining me here. This concludes, and that concludes the Kerrang Metal Magazine Review series. I have no more Kerrang issues to share with you. So what you see is what you get. So go ahead and look at my channel. You'll see all the Kerrang issues that I've covered with you all. And thank you for joining me on those magazines. I'm going to take a small little break. I'll still be here. I'll give you a few little videos here and there. But I'll give you a heads up when I unleash the new series, The Evolution of 80s Heavy Metal. And it's going to be a brand new series with brand new content. And I just need your input. Should I start with January 1st, 1980 and cover the 80s? Or should I go back to 1978 with Van Halen and then cover the 80s? Or should I start, let's say, 1975 during Kiss Alive era, Led Zeppelin Song Remains the Same era, Aerosmith era, 1975 or 76? Let me know if you want me to start 75 or 76 and then I'll finish through the 70s, all through the 80s. Let me know if you want me to start at Van Halen era, 78, then all through the 80s. Or let me know if you want me to start with January 1st, 1980 and just cover the 80s, right? So the choice is yours, and if I don't hear from you, I will decide what's best for you as well as for me. Thanks, everybody. Again, look at all my videos, guitar tones, magazine reviews, guitar lessons, licks, concert reviews. It's all here. Just click on my playlist. Any requests, leave them below. And thanks for joining me on this wonderful series of Metal Magazine Review for Kerrang, where I have more metal magazines to review in the next series, when it's going to be the evolution of 80s metal. Thanks, everybody. I'll see you all real soon. So stay tuned right here for the evolution of 80s heavy metal here at KGTR.